Hello again. My name's Gabe Zolna. One of my viewers sent me a rather interesting little video clip. I'm going to attach it. You're not going to have to look for it. The title is Backlash Against TPP Grows as Leaked Text Reveals Increased Corporate Control of Public Health. The TPP is the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and the administration has been screwing around with it for about 5 years. And they've got about 30 chapters that has nothing to do with trade. Does that sort of surprise you that they've gone and introduced things that have nothing to do with trade when that's what the agreement's all about to begin with? It's a little bit like the way Obamacare was created, when the House of Representatives sent a tax credit for military housing that was approved, and Harry Reid switched all those documents. How come that was never taken up by any justices? Well, this is a different story. What this deals with is a term called evergreening. And what that is when a company produces a drug, they obtain a 20-year patent for that drug. And what that does is that prevents any other company from creating that drug. You have the term generic drug. A generic drug is a drug that has been formulated on the same chemical makeup of the original, but it isn't the original. And those drugs can only be made once patents run out. And what happens when a patent runs out and then you've got a drug like the one I just described, the cost of it starts to spiral downward. When there's only a single source to obtain that drug, the drug can be whatever they want it to be. You know a good example of that? Well, there's a lot of good examples of that. But that male enhancement drug for men, the one that was actually designed to be a drug on a research program to stimulate or to help with a man's heart. And along came a little blue pill. You know what one of those costs today? They're like $30. Why? Because they've got a patent on the drug. Now, what happens is with this Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement and the 30 chapters that this criminal administration is trying to sneak into it. Drug companies, when their drug's about to expire, as far as their patent is concerned, they make a slight modification to the drug. And then they go and obtain another 20-year patent for it. Now, what that does is it precludes other countries from ever obtaining the drugs that they can't afford based on the high cost of the drug initially. And many of those countries, they tend to wait for the drugs to come down so there's a generic drug available. And until they have a generic drug, that drug is out of their price range. And what that does is it creates hundreds of billions of dollars for the drug companies. Now you'd think that the drug companies care about the people. The only thing they care about is profits. And the more profits they make, the happier they all are. They could give a damn about the people. The little blue pill isn't worth $30. It probably costs less than a penny to make. It's all profit, folks. You know, I had eye surgery. I had cataracts removed. 1.5 milliliters, which is like a couple of teardrops, after my insurance, cost me $200 for 2 tiny little vials. Here's one of them. Okay? That cost me. Here's the other one. Those two after my insurance cost me $200. You think they're making a profit? You think it costs that much to produce? And you can't do without that drug. And there's drugs that are 100 times more costly than what I just showed you. People can't afford it. And this trans-Pacific partnership that Obama's trying to ram through will prevent many countries from ever being able to provide life-saving drugs for their citizens. You think the administration gives a damn about the American people? They don't care about the American people, no different than most of these drug companies could care less about the American people. It's all a matter of making money. You know, they say that they have the actual documents themselves locked up in a secure room, and people with high security clearance can go read it. Let me ask you a question. How many members of Congress do you think, or how many senators do you think read any bills that are presented to them? If you think they read them, you're delusional. They have their staffs read them. They're too busy traveling all over the world, first class at your expense. You know, I just saw a little video clip of Senator Jeff Flake. You ever notice the tan that he has? You ever notice the tan on the Speaker, John Boehner? How do people find the time to tan themselves the way they do when they're supposed to be working for the American people? But that's a different story. I went off the topic. The bottom line is that this Trans-Pacific Partnership, another screw job, not just for the American people, but for the 12 countries that are involved in it. And to give you an idea of the chosen one's negotiation skills, this has been in the works for 5 years. They've been dicky-dunking with this for 5 years. And this is, I believe, similar to Obamacare. No one really has a clue. That's not true. Very few people have a clue what's in it. But like Obamacare, it's designed to screw the people. Obamacare was designed to force citizens in states to open up their own exchanges. Without the states opening up their own exchanges, they wouldn't be entitled to subsidies. That's what this court decision's all about. A total screw job. There's nothing that this administration has done that has been good for the American people. Everything that they've done and everything that they do is to screw you and to benefit them. And that's what this Trans-Pacific Partnership is all about. You think not? You're not thinking. Watch the video. I did.